Hello, my name is Neil, and I'm a Professor of Planetary Science at the University of Oxford, but more importantly for this afternoon, I'm also a member of the Living on the Moon team, and we were very lucky to exhibit at the Royal Society Summer Exhibition in 2019, so last year. Now, obviously this year's a bit different, so we're doing the Royal Society Summer Exhibition slightly differently, but what it means is that we get another chance to answer some of your questions, and that's what I'm going to do now. So we've had a number of really great questions come in. My first question is from Louise in Bedford. And Louise asks, is it practical to live on the moon as it orbits quicker than the Earth? And that's a really interesting question because the moon actually takes 27.3 days to go around the Earth, which is exactly the same amount of time it takes to turn on its axis, which is very interesting. So it means it goes around the Earth in 27.3 days, and it's a day on the moon takes 27.3 days on Earth days. So it actually rotates much more slowly on its axis than the Earth does. Of course, the Earth and the Moon orbit around the Sun together, and so what that means is that it still takes the same amount of time to go around. It still takes a year, 365 days, Earth days, to go around the Sun. So the slow rotation of the Moon is actually really an interesting thing. It means that we can only see one face of it, as I mentioned, and that means that we're from the Earth, but that means in order to see the far side of the Moon, you've actually got to take a space mission and fly either in orbit around the Moon or go past the Moon to see it. And so that means we're in an incredibly privileged position, because this is really the first time, only for the last 70 years or so, in the whole of human history, have we actually been able to see the other side of the Moon, the far side of the Moon. It also means that it takes that 27 days to turn on its axis for a day on the Moon, the same amount of time it takes to go around the Earth. That also means that it can get very cold at night because there's no air to move all the heat around like we have here on Earth. So actually landing things on the Moon and having survived the 14-ish days of the lunar night is actually quite a complicated and difficult task. So it's a very interesting question with lots of very interesting implications. So thanks very much for that.